Well, thank you so much for the opportunity to join the online forum. This is pretty exciting and a really interesting and fun way to do this. I'm Pat Harris. I'm running for mayor of St. Paul. I'm excited about the possibilities to move St. Paul forward, and I'm excited about some very specific programs and ideas that I have that we think are going to make a difference for all in St. Paul. Just a little backgrounder on me. I am a fourth generation St. Paul resident. My wife Laura and I are raising our four children in St. Paul, and I've been active in this community my entire life. I served 12 years on the St. Paul City Council, where I was a leader on the libraries. I created St. Paul's Independent Public Library Agency, which resulted in Rondo and Arlington and a lot of renovations to libraries throughout St. Paul. I was a leader on our budget, a leader on affordable housing in St. Paul, and where in 2004 I actually authored and passed St. Paul's Sanctuary City Ordinance. My wife Laura and I have been extremely active in the nonprofit community in St. Paul. I'm on the boards of Como Friends and the Friends of the St. Paul Public Library and the Children's Museum, and I urge everybody to go down and take a look at the new Children's Museum edition. It's really spectacular. I've worked very hard on that project. Been on the boards of Catholic Charities and the School Foundation and a lot of different things in this community. I've spent the last 18 years as a public finance professional in the private sector, where I've made a difference for cities, counties, and school districts all over the country to help them manage their funds and manage their investments and manage their business processes more efficiently so that they could serve their communities. I also founded the Serving Our Troops program in St. Paul. We served 90,000 steaks to the soldiers and families of the Minnesota National Guard, recognizing the sacrifice that they make so we can have elections in St. Paul. So I've spent an entire career of making a difference in our community, and that's why I'm running for mayor of St. Paul, because I'm going to make a difference together with our community to help move St. Paul forward. I'm going to make a difference on jobs in our community. I am proposing one of the most comprehensive jobs programs the city's ever seen. And at the core of that is my Access to Capital program, where we're going to invest $100 million in targeted neighborhoods throughout St. Paul: Summit University, Frogtown, North End, East Side, West Side, Rice Street. It's an innovative program where we're going to shift our focus on investing into community investing, and where there'll be access to capital for small business and housing in targeted neighborhoods of St. Paul. It's an exciting program. It'll make a difference, and we're also expecting likely a one-to-one match from the private nonprofit communities. So investing up to $200 million in job development throughout St. Paul. I'm excited about what we can do for jobs. A job with a living wage is something that can really make a difference in communities, that can make a difference in everything that we do in the city, and we're going to see that done right on the local level, and it won't cost a nickel of the city's tax levy. This is just a shift in focus on improving our neighborhoods, and I'm excited to execute it. I'm excited to move it forward. One of the other things that I'm doing, Laura and I are raising our four kids in St. Paul's public schools, and you don't have to have kids in the public schools to realize the importance of St. Paul's public schools to our future. Kids are our future. Our schools are our future. I am actually proposing a direct financial partnership with the St. Paul Public Schools. And the first level of that would be an energy retrofit joint program between the city and the school district, which I believe will put a significant amount of money into our classroom. The second level, I'm proposing a very innovative program where the St. Paul Public Library would become part of schools in St. Paul. Not every school, but schools that we've determined after a community conversation in neighborhoods where it can truly make a difference, where St. Paul's Public Library will literally be the school library, and where St. Paul City librarians will work hand in hand with the school librarian to really provide a different level of service to our young people. I'm also proposing that the city assume some participation in the school district's external capital programs, such as play areas and rec areas and sports areas externally around school district facilities. And that'll again put more money into the classroom in St. Paul. In addition to that, I'm also proposing that the city have a stronger participation in the music programs and the arts programs in our school district. So at the end of the day, all these things will add up to having more money in the classroom for our kids. So I'm coming at this really with a community background, a financial background, a government background, nonprofit background. I spent my first job out of college at Catholic Charities, where I was an employment case manager for people that are homeless in St. Paul. So, in addition to jobs, in addition to education, my background and what one of the things that I led on at the City Council was affordable housing, and we're going to continue to do affordable housing in our community. Um, and that means housing for our seniors. I'm committing to additional elderly waiver beds in all neighborhoods of St. Paul, where seniors who want to stay in their communities can find affordable assisted care and affordable housing. And I'm also proposing support for our most vulnerable population. I have worked tirelessly in my life, from my first job through my board service at Catholic Charities through my time on the city council and all the way till today in my work in the nonprofit community. I've worked tirelessly on affordable housing for our most vulnerable. It is going to be a priority of mine, and we will build more units in St. Paul. So um, again, I'm excited about the possibilities. I come at this thing with a very unique perspective, in that I have the financial background, I have all the tools that we need to move this city forward and to make a difference in St. Paul. And um, uh, again, I'm just excited about some very specific programs that I'm offering. Like I said, jobs, education, affordable housing, and then we're continue to do city services the right way: snow plowing, libraries, rec centers, and making sure that this community is a welcoming community for all. That's how we make a difference in this St. Paul. One of the things that I love about this city is that I feel as though we are one family. And I kicked off my campaign in March at the Darul Uloom Islamic Center on St. Paul's East Side. I was proud to be there. 75 years ago, Darul Uloom was the St. John's Catholic Church up until not too long ago. But 75 years ago, it was where the children of new Americans were educated: Irish, German, what have you. Today, it is where the children of new Americans are educated. And I was proud to stand there with a diverse group of incredible people in front of Darul Uloom to talk about what we're going to do to move St. Paul forward. My plans are extremely specific. We're going to keep this city affordable. I have innovative ideas that I think are going to make a difference for all in St. Paul. So I'm looking forward to working with everybody. I really appreciate the chance to have this online forum. I think it's a really unique way of doing things, and I just think it's spectacular. Our campaigns in every neighborhood of St. Paul. We're talking to people in St. Paul. I've spent my lifetime in every neighborhood of St. Paul, and our campaigns in every neighborhood of St. Paul. So thank you so much for this opportunity. Again, I'm excited about the possibilities. Pat Harris for mayor. Thank you so much.